Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Fielded about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here's a give to Miller, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Locke. And he's got his man, Hilton. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Mack. Pushing his way through. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Be right.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a carry from Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing his line. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. That play seems to never work, but they were able to draw him off on 4th, and now it's 1st and 10. Now Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
They'll run it with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there, taking it in. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a circle.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 53. There goes the high. 120.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Leopard! Leopard!
Off play action. Knight. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st down, it's Locke. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Keenum now on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle
the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Roger.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Roger. Yeah, we're good.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They do snap it to Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now Keenum. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They get it to him running left. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage?
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Rashard Matthews, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Locke. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. This is Wilkins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, orange arm! Orange arm! 22! 22!
Keenum on 1st down. Going deep here for Matthews. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Roger. Stand down.
To the air again, Keenum. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Roger.
Throwing now is Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Terrell Basham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19. Yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Osborne. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football turning the legs a little bit and gaining what he needed for a first down.
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Broncos on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20. This quarterback now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Golden Tate, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Osborne goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Love. And incomplete on the deep ball. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke. He sets to fire deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 36 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Matt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He's going to get it running right. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. You're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
Throwing on 1st down. Osborne. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. First down. Osborne escaping, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Welcome back now to Denver. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Finds Jim Butt over the middle. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Osborne. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Osborne. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Staying on the ground with Mack. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. And it's a fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Osborne. Flush to his right, and an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. To throw on second down, Osborne, and he's going to go down again. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Osborne. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Looking to throw. Osborne. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, Osborne. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Osborne. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Osborne. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Rashard Matthews, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Looking to throw. Osborne. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Colts, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.